Hopefully you are here. This is Captain Jack, and making sure that people are on their way. Yeah, Don Webb. Oh, shut up, AJ. Shut up. One thing I'm not going to take tonight is a bunch of friggin' wussies. I'm not going to take any wussies. I told you, if you were here earlier and you saw the halftime show, I'm glad you're here. If you're on Facebook right now, go ahead and let people know, because I'm going to oh bullshit, Brian, shut up too. Okay? I'm gonna do some comments. You know, actually, AJ, no. Carr did not suck today. And you know that I get on Carr very, very quickly when it's warranted. Okay? I get on Carr when it's warranted. But this game was taken away from us today. Okay? This game was taken away from us today. So if you're on Facebook, I'm going to be doing some calls. Make sure you're going over to YouTube. It should be on the title. It should be on the title. This game, okay, I don't like when Carr throws the fucking ball in the ground. I don't like that, okay? Okay, now I'm going to get on that there, AJ. Yes, he missed a touchdown. He did. He missed a touchdown from Renfro. Okay? And yes, I don't like it when he throws the ball away. But he played a hell of a game today. He played a hell of a game today. Considering that the officials took this one away from us. Yeah, we got fucking beat! Okay? We were beat. But no, we weren't. Just like the Jacksonville game, we won the fucking game. I want to hear your shit. I know they say stats are for losers, but this was a win today. And I'm actually in favor of going for 2 at the end. Ed Winchell says, in Carr we lose. Ed, I like you, but fuck you! AJ is not on with the Carr bandwagon, but you know what? He played a hell of a game today. And again, I'm not a Carr hater. I'm a fucking realist. If you're here on Facebook, thank you for being there. Please go over to here, YouTube. This game was won today. Carr threw away a what do you call it? A touchdown. That's on him. Okay? Carlson missed a fucking kick. That's another 3 points. And yes, he will be gone. But this is a positive in the fact Crazy Cooter, thanks. Crazy Cooter, come over to YouTube. I want to hear from you. Crazy Cooter, I want to hear from you because I'm opening this up. And you know what? I'll let you say, fuck you too. I'll let you say that. Toro, thank you for watching from Japan, brother. Jim Adams, thanks for being here. Jim, please come over to YouTube. I'd love to hear from Jim Adams. Seven and 9 officially. 9 and 7 unofficially. Because we won against the Jaguars. We know that. And we got the game taken away from us today. And I'm going to open up the phone lines in a minute. You know, Cesar, I don't know about the killer instinct thing, okay? Phillip Rivers doesn't have killer instinct either. One thing I despise about Phillip Rivers is that he's a pain in the ass. One thing I admire about him is that he can get under people's skin without swearing. Okay? I am telling you you're wrong. This was a win today that was taken away from us just like it was 2 weeks ago. And Edward, you can't call in. But I'm going to let it fly today. I don't like this bullshit that I'm hearing about this, that, and the other thing. Hector Figueroa, Carr's got to go. Okay, well, you know what? Who are we gonna play? Who we playing a quarterback, Hector? Who we playing a quarterback? Carr's got to go. Who we playing a quarterback? Mike Glennon? Deshaun Kaiser? Who? Until we draft a quarterback. Okay, who? You think a rookie quarterback is going to be better than Derek Carr? I want to see who that rookie quarterback is. Because the Raiders right now, and they'll have the draft thing out pretty soon. The Raiders right now, I think, are picking around 15 and 16. Okay? The Raiders are going to be picking around 15 or 16. If you're on Facebook, thank you. But please come over to YouTube. Because when I go over to YouTube, when I go and do my calls, and you guys can hear me, thank God. And I fixed my music, so I'll have that going for us as well. I'm very happy with the way that the Raiders played in the second half, about how screwed they were. Okay? You know, both of you. Facebook, YouTube. I am not a hater. I'm a realist. I'm an analyst, and I'm pissed off. But who the fuck are you going to have at quarterback? Sylvia Marie. Let me put it. Let's see if I can do that. There you go. There's the link. There's the link. Sylvia Marie, please come over to YouTube. For everybody that's over on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. But if you say, well, pick somebody. Bullshit. Carr needs to learn not to throw the fucking ball in the ground. He has learned not to go for the damn corner end zone anymore. Okay? If you're on Facebook, thank you. Please come to YouTube. In my estimation, Max Crosby is the defensive rookie of the year. You're welcome, Sylvia Marie. Thank you. Please come to YouTube. Please subscribe. If you're on Facebook, please go to YouTube. The Raiders are 7-9. They're really 9-7 this year, because they had 2 games taken away by the referees that I can attest to. 2 games. You're welcome, honey. Ed Winchell, I think I've already expressed myself. I think I've expressed what I think of today's loss. If you're on Facebook, please come to YouTube. I put the YouTube channel there. No. I agree with going for 2. I agree. And you know what? It's kind of ironic. It was kind of ironic that Shelby Harris, who was drafted by the Raiders, knocked down the pass. I wish we hadn't let Shelby Harris go. Ed Winchell, yes, I do. He needs to be pushed. I've said that. He will be pushed. The Raiders will get another quarterback to push him. I will say, though, and it's been said by a bunch of people here, okay? I'll say this. They do need some more pieces. Lofton said we have 5 picks in the first 100. We might have more, because personally, I think we should trade back one of the number 1s to get into the second round. Eric, that's one thing I want. I thank you for saying that as well. I do agree the fact that on that one play where he was being run by the defensive back and he threw the ball on the ground, okay? Why not run? Why not run? I was mad about that too. Oh, so they came out. Okay, so number 12 and number 19. Thank you there, Dave Seidenfeld. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, please come to YouTube. I'm going to open up the line in just a minute. I've said what I had to say. Here's the other things that I saw in the second half. The refs screwed us with the Curtis Riley unnecessary roughness penalty. They screwed us with the unnecessary roughness penalty on the defensive receiver on Harris. And it says run, Carr, run. That was that one I was telling you about where D.Carr needs to run. 11-5? Yeah, I want to hear this there, Jared. I want to hear 11-5. I think you're full of it, but I want to hear this. Hey, Scottish Raider, thank you for joining me from Bonnie, Scotland. Love that. Tip of the hat to you as well. So anyway, we're going to do some phone calls. Here we go. Line is open. Whoop. Lost my background. There we go. Line is open. 813-699-0834. If you're on Facebook, please come to YouTube. Thank you for watching on Facebook. Please come to YouTube. And please subscribe while you're there. This is the last show of the season. I'll have playoff shows. I will have playoff shows, but this is the last show of the regular season. Hector Hernandez, how are you doing, sir? Are you there?
Hey, how you doing, Jack?
I'm good, Doc. Wait a second there, Hector. Doc, you're gonna have to wait. Doc, you're gonna have to wait. Hector, what you got going on?
Okay, here's the thing about, I just saw your comments in the beginning about some guy said that he wants D.Carr to go. It's not D.Carr, all right? I just saw the whole game, and plus I've been playing high school football, since high school, and I know how to read plays. I'm pretty pissed off at the fact that John Gruden came up. It was John Gruden's call. It should have, it's his responsibility. He could have just came up with, a running option, on the last second of the fourth quarter,
Okay, go ahead and say that again.
I say, what I was trying to say is, for those people that just said that, that Carr's got to go, it's not Carr's fault. It's not Carr's fault.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It was Gruden's fault. I was watching the whole game, and me, and myself, who I played, when you're playing high school football, you got to know your X's and O's. So, when I've been watching this game, I just really don't get why would you call a fucking, pass play like 15 or 14 seconds to go on the fourth quarter. It would have just been a running option, of some sort, But it was John Gruden's, responsibility. It should be his fault, that cost us the game, And plus, the referee screwed us. That's, I'm really pissed off at that.
Okay, now wait a second. Because Dave Seidenfeld is talking about the 2-point. Are you talking the 2-point conversion right now?
Yes, the 2-point conversion. It should have been, it should have been a 2-point conversion by a running play.
Okay, Jared, you're gonna have to give Hector his time. He's still under 3 minutes. So I'll let folks know when you're on time. No, I disagree. Because it was a good play by Shelby Harris, who pushed back Denzel Good. Shelby Harris made the play. The play was fine. It would have gotten there. It would have gotten the 2-point conversion. It would have. And I agree.
It would have with the running play. It would have, but not with a passing play. I was like, no, this is not what I was, watching, I'm like, come on, just a running play would have been simple. Nothing like, a blue line, just something that could be, pretty sneaky, That would have just put
no, I mean, Hector, we'll agree to disagree on that one. We'll agree to disagree on that one. Because you saw that Renfro would have gotten the ball. Renfro would have gotten the ball. Shelby Harris knocked the ball down. Shelby Harris made the play. Okay? The play was solid. Just like Dave Seidenfeld said. I agree. I agree with Dave Seidenfeld. The play was there, and I agree with going for 2. If you're on Facebook, thank you for being on Facebook. Please come over to YouTube. Okay? And Hector, you've had your 3, so I'm going to make sure that people know they can knock you out. It's no offense meant, but obviously we want to get things going on here. But I do appreciate you calling. Like I said, this Oren Sherry, thank you for coming over. Make sure you're going to YouTube, Oren. I definitely want to hear from you, Oren. But no, thanks for calling in, Hector. And have you called in before? Actually, you have. I believe you have.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, because I remember preseason, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while.
been a while, yeah. I've
Yeah.
been too busy with my health issues too. I've been going to doctors, back and forth. It's been hectic.
Well, blessings to you, partner. I hope you get better, and thank you for calling in, brother. I really do appreciate the call.
Hey, no problem, man. You have a nice day. Happy New Year's, man.
Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you there, Hector. That was Hector who called in. If you're on Facebook, thank you. Please come over to YouTube. Okay? Line is open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. Go ahead, Jared. You can call in now. Because Jared, I make sure everybody gets their time. I want to hear from Jared why he thinks, see, you're too late. Jimmy Farrell, how you doing, brother? What's going on?
How long has Al Davis been dead?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How long has Al Davis been dead?
When was the last time we played? Unknown caller, you're going to have to wait. How long has Al Davis been dead? I would say about 5 years at least.
Okay, so why in God's name is the NFL still against us? Why are they still on our case? I saw your Facebook, your rant, and I totally agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
It is amazing. That run, the second touchdown that they didn't call, it reminded me of the 77 AFC Championship. It's the same goddamn bullshit. We weren't playing donkeys today. We were playing the refs today. It's the same. Every time there's a controversial goal, I say to myself, they ain't going to get it. Twice they got it wrong.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Well,
and then
hey, Jimmy
pass interference to the end zone. I said, you know what? Give it to them. Or let's just give them the touchdown. They don't want us to win. It is amazing. And let me tell you, if I saw the NFL commissioner walking down the street, I go up to him, I give him the fucking finger, I say, fuck you and the goddamn fucking NFL, because you're always against us. We can't win a simple game without the referee getting involved. It is ridiculous.
Okay. By the way, we're getting it. It's 2011, so it's been 8 years. It's been I knew it was at least 5, so it's been 8 years. He died the weekend before we went out to play the Texans. God, it's been 8 years.
And it's still after our ass.
Yeah.
I know they hated Al Davis, but he's gone now. That's my point. Okay? It's a whole new era now. Are we going to go through this shit when we go to base? Probably so.
Okay.
We're not going to win a Super Bowl with these.
No. See, I disagree, Jimmy. When we were good at our height, Jared, not quite yet. You're not quite. It's not quite 3 minutes, Jared. When I push it up, I know I'll let you call. You know, I'm giving people 3 minutes, and Jimmy Farrell's got at least another 30 seconds. When the Raiders were good, they beat the other team and the referees. And unfortunately, they're going to have to do it again. When the Raiders were good under Gruden 1.0, they beat the referees and the other team. Okay?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay? So they have to do that. And they can do it. In fact, they should have and almost did it today. They almost...
And the 220 very of a problem. I mean, they were played for. You think they would do that in regular season? No. They would kick the field. Well, I don't know if they would have cut the field because this kicker, he sucks. He got to go.
Well, he will.
He
will go.
Today.
He will go. He will go. Okay, but there's the thing. Carr was fucked up by missing Renfro, which should have been 6. Okay? Carr fucked up. He had a
decent game today.
He did have a decent game today. That's what I'm saying. For all you people that said that Derek Carr lost the game today, that's bullshit.
No, he didn't lose the game. The referees lost the game.
Yeah.
Bottom line. Because if they got that touchdown, the last play, the last drive, Then we ran out the clock and the game would have been over.
Well, like I said, I agree with the call. I agree that it was a very good play by Shelby Harris. Jared, if you're watching, Jimmy Farrell has his 3+ minutes, so we need to. If you need to call, the Raiders played a very good game today. It was the referees that took it away from us, and I said, the Raiders are 7-9 officially, but they're really 9-7 this year. Okay.
I think they're more than 9-7. I think they're going to be 10-6.
Yeah, but here's the thing. No, I'm talking about legitimate games that were taken away from us. 2, the Jags game and the one today. If there's another game that was legitimately taken away from us, I don't remember. Jimmy Farrell, thanks for calling, brother.
All right. Take care.
Take care, and you be well. Unknown caller from the 209. Who am I talking to?
Captain Jack, Tim Rutherford. How are you, bud?
Hey, how you doing there, Tim? Good to hear from you.
Hey, I'm doing well, man. Doing well. Hell of a season, huh?
Yeah, it has been. It has been a unique season for that. That's for sure. I things got to get better, and I think they will.
Well, I mean, hey, you know what? I like. There's a lot of promising stuff going on, man. I think that there's a little bit of talk off from this game. A lot to look forward to going into the 2020 season. I mean, I think we've had this conversation before, you and I personally, but the reality is that, Raider fans who are mad about the move from Oakland just based on, it being a bad thing for the Raiders overall, I think that's a bunch of hogwash. I think that, we should be really, really excited as Raider fans. I think that, 20 years, 20 plus years, almost 25 years now, that Oakland had promised us the stadium. Mark Davis finally got the deal done. He doesn't know really a whole lot about football in terms of football IQ in comparison to his father, but it's a good thing, man. He, as a businessman, all the deals he made, I think are validated. Bringing in Gruden, $100 million contract, getting the stadium deal done. Don't we deserve the right decision in the NFL, Jay?
Yeah, I do. And like I said, we deserved a stadium for years. The fact that I blame the politicians on what went on in Oakland. Personally, exactly. I blame the politicians. The Raiders were trying to work with them to stay in Oakland, and they didn't get it done. And that's just the way that is. So, it's a new beginning. And I think that, like I said, we are really above average. We are a 9-7 team in my mind. It doesn't show it. If you're on Facebook, thank you for being on Facebook. Please come to YouTube. I'm over on YouTube. You will get better sound and better sound quality there. Okay, and I take my calls on YouTube.
And you know what? The other thing I wanted to point out was I think that somebody had made the argument that it should have been a run option or something like that. I almost think that's the same argument as give Marshawn the damn ball. In that Super Bowl. But I really like the call in general, just because what Gruden did, what the play did was put the ball in Derek Carr's hands. And if Derek Carr is the quarterback going forward, the quarterback of the future, the quarterback of Las Vegas and the Las Vegas Raiders, I think that he should have the opportunity to make that play. And like you said, Shelby Harris, hell of a play.
Yeah, it was. And like I said, it's kind of I want to say it's hard to say, but again, a former Raider made 2 very important knockdowns. The last one being one that to seal the deal and win the game for the Denver Broncos. And Shelby Harris is actually both Harrises. Harris, the cornerback, and Shelby Harris, okay, are at the end of their contracts, and I'd love to have Shelby Harris come back. Okay,
that'd be great.
Yeah, and
I agree.
Harris as a cornerback on the other side of Mullen is better than anything we have right now. Okay, Chris Harris is a little bit long in the tooth, but I like the way he plays. And if he doesn't break the bank, that'd be a good free agent pickup for us until we have a young corner that can come in. And it might be Isaiah Johnson, but we'll see. Daryl Worley is to me is a nickel dime back right now. But Gruden likes him, which is why I think he'll stay on the team. But I'd love to pick up Chris Harris and Shelby Harris, depending upon how much he wants. I'd love them to come back into the fold, but we'll see.
Yeah, you know what, and how great of a pickup, how great of a pick would Isaiah Johnson be? I mean, you can't say enough about Gruden's talent, the scouting ability. I definitely think that you're going to see some early picks going towards the secondary there, and then the defensive backs and whatnot.
Yeah. And Tim, I appreciate you calling. I'm going to open up the line, partner. Thanks again. Make sure you text me so that I have your number in my phone as well. And thank you for calling in.
I'll be in contact with you, but thank you.
All right. That was Tim Rutherford. It was good hearing from him. Line is open. I don't need the knockout, so we'll put that back. 813-699-0834. Up. Okay, Doc from Gitmo. Doc, you're on, brother. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Kind of ticked up like you are. Kind of tired of people saying that Carl can't play.
Hey, Houston Steve, you're going to have to let Doc have his couple minutes. Go ahead there, Doc.
Carl proved today that he could play in the cold. He had an excellent game. Yes, he should have ran on that one play when he got to the ground. And yes, he wanted to hung a ripper, but that's only 2 plays. He didn't throw any interceptions. He scored in the last 2 minutes of the game for us, put us in a chance to win that.
Yeah.
He played excellent in cold weather today. So he should put that little team in the rest, of my opinion. And he should be our quarterback.
Yeah,
today.
Steve, you're going to have to let Doc have his minutes. Everybody gets at least 3 minutes. Go ahead, Doc.
So, I mean, D.Carr should be the man. He proved it today. He played well in the cold. I don't care what anybody says. Russ stole the Jacksonville game from us. I agree with you 100%. And the refs stole this game from us. I still say that we got in on that our fullback on the second lowest got in, and that was a touchdown.
Yeah, well, I think that it was more obvious to me that Renfro scored. Because when his ass was on the ground, he had possession of the ball, and he was touched, okay? But the ball was over the end line. So if you want to say that was a touchdown right there. Steve, you got to give him his 3 minutes, Steve. When he gets his 3 minutes, I'll put it up, Steve. I swear. Go ahead, Doc.
So I think looking forward, Carr should be our quarterback. We're going to need to draft a wide receiver somewhere in this draft. But we also need to get rid of Doss, Aikman, and that Zay Jones. They're not catching the ball. That's why he can't keep going deep. And we need to get a couple veterans in the free agency to make up the difference.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm going to disagree with you on your picks. Zay Jones, the jury's still out. Aitman, there's no reason for me to cut Aitman. Aitman had a good year last year, and he should have been brought back earlier this year, and we don't know what we got with Keelan Doss. So you're getting rid of a receiver that you don't know what you got with.
In Jacksonville, when it was full hands, it was Aikman and Doss, and they were going off the head. I mean, come on. And today, Aikman, when he caught the ball, fumbled the ball, it cost us 7 points.
Okay, I'm sorry. When did Aitman have a touchdown today? I didn't see that.
He did, but one time he caught the ball today. When Aitman caught the ball, he fumbled. Jacksonville turned that turnover into 7 points. Not Jacksonville, the Broncos.
Okay.
7 points today.
He made a mistake. He was going down, and he fumbled the ball. Are you going to get rid of a guy because he makes one mistake?
No, but he's made several this year.
What? No, see, you're wrong, Doc. He hasn't played enough to make several mistakes this year. Aitman is a good receiver in my mind. And by the way, I'm going to make sure that I put folks to make sure they can knock you out. But Aitman is a good receiver in my mind. He hasn't been given enough time to play this year. And in my estimation, he will be a third-year player next year. He's big, he's strong, and he's fast, okay? I actually like him more than Terrell Williams, okay? I actually like him more than Terrell Williams. I would have played Aitman a lot earlier this year. And Zay Jones, I want to see what we got with Zay Jones and Keelan Doss, okay? We do need some good receivers. Obviously, we know Renfro's going to be one. We do need a number one receiver, and we also need some more speed in the draft. T. Higgins, maybe. For those that are clamoring for CeeDee Lamb, he didn't do shit yesterday for Oklahoma, and he couldn't get off the line. So my estimation of CeeDee Lamb has gone down quite a bit, because you're going to have people that are going to be bumping you off the line in the pros, and he couldn't get any separation last night. He made one good catch that was long, and he didn't really do anything else. I like what I saw with, what's his name, Jones or Johnson? JJ from LSU. Good kid there. Yeah. So
we took Moss. We took Moss from LSU.
Well, I like Moss too, but you know what? If we now I can actually let you go, Doc. I'm sorry to say.
All right.
But
I'll see you later, Jack.
You take care. Thanks for calling, Doc.
All right.
912. Who am I talking to?
Mr. Wombat, what's going on with Chapman?
Hey, Mr. Wombat, your name's still not showing up. I apologize, but it's good hearing from you.
Oh, good. You too. I want to wish everyone out the way, but everybody, including yourself, Happy New Year, and hope y'all have good holidays and everything like that.
Well, I'm not coughing as much as I was the last few days, so things are getting better.
I'm glad to hear that. On my assessment, I'll go ahead and put something my opinions on. I've had my aggravations with Carr, but I don't see any reason to get rid of him.
No.
Unless they have absolute 100% guy that they want in this year's draft or even that year's draft. There's no reason to move on from Carr. I'm cool with them going with Carr for another season and bringing in another free agent for a Band-Aid when they're moving to Vegas. They gotta let that go. I don't think there's any reason to move on from Carr.
Right. I mean, Derek Carr needs to have a backup to push him, and we do need to draft a young kid. That's obvious. Yes. We do need to do that, okay? And Ed Winchell, where do we begin to fix this team? What the hell are you talking about? We got another draft and we got another free agency period. This team is 7-9 and should be 9-7, okay? What do you mean, where do we begin to fix this team? I love you, Ed, but you're being stupid tonight, in my opinion. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, the glaring, to me at least, and I'm sure many of you might agree, that it's pretty obvious where the needs are with this team. There are some needs, obviously, on the defensive side of the ball. In my opinion, linebacker is the secondary. Yes, they're going to have to make some moves with receivers, but at least they can build around Waller and Renfro. Still don't know about Williams because he wasn't 100%. Like you were saying earlier about Aitman and Doss. Still don't really know what you have with them.
I know, you know what? I like what we got with Aitman. I saw enough of Aitman last year that I thought that Aitman should have been playing a lot this year. We don't know what we got with Doss, and Zay Jones needs to step it up a little bit. I will say that, okay? But we don't know what we got with Doss, okay? Now, I'm going to say something that a lot of you guys might not know or not agree with. Look at Jerry Rice's first year as a 49er. Okay? It wasn't fantastic. I'm not saying that Keelan Doss is a Hall of Famer. What I'm saying is if you looked at Jerry Rice's first year as a 49er, it was nothing to write home about. He didn't start getting better until his second, third year. Okay?
And that's fair. And I don't disagree.
Yeah.
From where I'm at this point, like, I don't even, myself personally, don't even need to see a roster full of superstars. We just want guys who can contribute and solid receivers, guys who can do their job. I think that's what we do. So everyone doesn't need to be flashy. They don't need to be highlights. They need out there put in work. And I've seen some of that. They've been making some drops, but I've also seen them contributing. So I'm cool with, the core they have for the most part, but I'm sure they'll try to bring in, I guess, consensus is a true number one receiver. I would prefer they try to find a guy in the draft, but maybe they'll see someone in free agency they want to target. I don't know. I don't make those decisions.
Right.
I'd like to see them bring in more depth for the O-line.
Yeah, well, I think Denzel Good is actually a very fantastic guy to keep. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his contract status is, but we do need to have another tackle come in. And if is Miller the answer at left tackle? I don't know, because I've seen Miller whiff a lot. Miller whiff a lot. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what we got with Miller. I mean, this was his sophomore year. I want to see what he does in year 3 to see what he does to get better and stronger, faster, things that and his technique needs to be built up. If he doesn't do that, then, and the other thing with Brandon Parker either needs to be moved over to guard or needs to get his fucking ass kicked out. Okay?
I'm cool with Parker. I'm cool with Parker kicking bricks, man.
Yeah.
He's kicking rocks. He just
I
don't know. But I'll finish up with this real quick. I know y'all one quick question for you, and you can answer this after I hang up.
Okay.
Do you see any changes to the coaching staff? Even at just position coaches, receivers, secondary, stuff like that. And in my opinion, I see it as a 7 and 9, but at least we have guys that we can build around, and it looks like these draft picks are working out. So there's a lot to be mad about, but there's a lot of positives too. So
yeah. Like I said, I'm going to answer your question offline there, Mr. Wombat. Thanks for calling in, brother. Good hearing from you.
Absolutely. Thank you. You both take it easy. Yourself too.
All right. You take care. Happy New Year to you. That was Mr. Wombat from Georgia. As far as changes to the offensive staff, the way that I see Gruden carry on with Gunther leads me to believe that he's going to stay. Okay. The way that I see Gruden carrying on with Gunther, it doesn't look like that's a guy he's going to get rid of. But what I want to make sure of is we don't lose Brenson Buckner on staff. Brenson Buckner is a very good coach and needs to be retained at all costs. If he even gets an upgrade from assistant defensive coordinator, to do that, we need to make sure we keep Brenson Buckner as on our coaching staff. As far as the offensive staff, I really believe that Jay Gruden's going to be the OC next year. Jay Gruden, the OC for next year, I think will help out John Gruden quite a lot. I really do, and it would actually be better for him to take over the official play calling duties to do that. Chris Miller says to improve the defense in the draft and get a good receiver. We need 2 good receivers. We need some depth on the offensive line. We need some linebackers. And we need another cornerback, and we need another safety. Okay? And thanks, Don Webb, for answering that. I was going to say that if you guys are pining for Trevor Lawrence, he's not going to be drafted until 2021. He's ineligible to come out in the 2020 draft. But there are plenty of quarterbacks that are decent that would be good to draft. That's why I think that the Raiders should trade back one of those number ones to trade back a little bit and maybe stay in the first round, but grab that second rounder. I think that the kid Love from Utah would be one. I still say to try to go out and get the quarterback that's sitting on the Ravens roster. It's from Penn State. I want to see what I have. Utah State. Okay, sorry. I said Utah. It's Utah State. Yeah, the Love. from Georgia. And there's other quarterbacks out there. In fact, I did a little bit of investigative work because I wanted to see who was available this next year. And I did an article. It says top 25 college quarterbacks for this year. Okay. But Dave Seidenfeld said it best. Right now, we need D.Carr to have some people to throw to. We need to continue to get better along the offensive line. And like I said, Brandon Parker can kick rocks as far as I'm concerned. Don Webb, just because he looks like a pothead doesn't mean he is one. People look at my hair and they think that I'm a pothead or I'm a biker or I'm a malcontent just because I have long hair and a beard. Okay? And thanks for calling in, or the Marie's there. Marie, I'd love to hear from that. Call in. Yeah, Jared, you can call in, and when there's nobody on, you call in. Okay, Don, as long as it was all in fun. Line is open, 813-699-0834. I'm sure that Jared's going to call in, and there he is. See, it was right on cue. Jared, talk to me. Now I want to hear about this 11-5 bullshit.
Okay, Captain Jack, I'll tell you 11-5. First off, go back to week 3 in San Francisco. The Steelers had 4 big turnovers they capitalized on and got very little points to show for their effort. They should have beaten Frisco. Connor does not fumble the football. We win the game. It was 2017. San Francisco ended up beating 24-20.
Okay, Steve, you're going to have to let Jared get his 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Number 2. The first meeting with Baltimore back in October, Mason got his head twisted, however, by Earl Thomas. Later, fine because of it. The Steelers had a chance to win that game in the third quarter, however, and Juju misses the ball. The Ravens ended up beating us in Pittsburgh. That was number 2. Number 3, the last couple weeks until today, the Buffalo game. If Buff does not throw 4 picks in that Sunday night televised game against Buffalo, however, we win against the Bills and we're sitting at the 5 spot.
Okay, wait a second. Jared. Okay, you're saying if the Steelers didn't commit 4 turnovers against the 49ers, and if they didn't commit 4 turnovers against the Bills, they would have won. Those are games you lost because you played like ass.
We did.
Okay, so if you're saying now, what I'm talking about are games that are like 1 or 2 plays that the NFL has stated that they were wrong, or they will be saying that they were wrong today. The Raiders are 7-9 right now, should be 9-7. Okay? Yeah. So if you're saying now 2 games, if the Steelers don't commit 4 turnovers, Steve, you got to give him his 3 minutes, brother. Wait a second, Steve. I'm saying you're full of crap in calling those 2 games wins. If my grandmother had a set of balls, she'd be my grandfather. That's what I'm saying. You can't say that. If they didn't commit 4 turnovers, that's the reason why they lost.
Well, they didn't flag Thomas on the Raven game, if you remember, Howard. He basically got knocked out, Howard. They didn't throw a penalty flag. I remember that Raven game, because I was at that Raven game in early October, I remember, when it happened here in Pittsburgh. I remember that he got fined 2 days later because of a late, but he did not get a penalty out of that, and the Steelers ended up losing that game because Thomas.
Okay, wait a sec. Now, I remember that play was at the very, very end of the game, okay? What was the score at that point?
2017, if I remember.
20-17. Okay, right. And I think it was about a minute and a half to go.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so what you're saying is that they didn't have a penalty called against them. They had multiple penalties that were basically wiped each other out. I don't understand why you're saying that was a play that was indicative of them losing the game.
The Steelers had lost the game earlier in the time. I think it was in the first half of that game, however, before the penalty even happened with Thomas, because they made a mistake. But also, I think because there was a questionable call on one of the linemen, I think it was T.J. Watt, who took a shot on Jackson, if I remember, and that was it wasn't a dirty play like today's game. I mean, he barely even grazed RG3, and they nipped him from like a personal foul. I mean, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But the other game we lost, that they should have won, however, and it wasn't because of a penalty, it was because of turnovers. The game was last week in the Jet game. Those 4 games right there.
No, two. Jared, I'm giving you 2 of those maybe, and I got to go to Steve because he's been waiting. Steve, thank you, Jared. I appreciate you calling in. You said 4 games, and I said that those 4 games, you said if 2 of those games, if we didn't commit 4 turnovers, we would have won. That's bullshit, brother. I love you to death, but that's bullshit. Go ahead, Steve. I'm glad you kept along.
I tell you what, Captain, I'm just going to say I apologize about that earlier call. I went to where the Broncos fans were all hanging out. There were about 80 of them. There was only 2 of us Raider fans. But I was a good fan. At first, I walked up just as a joke, Captain, and I said, "How come you guys hate the Raiders so much?" In tongue in cheek, and they go, "They're the hated rivals. We just hate them. We hate them." I was laughing. They looked like they were to pick me up and throw me out of the bar. It was funny, Captain. But man, I tell you what, this is what we have to remember. We all were teased earlier in the year. At one point when we won those games, those 3 or 4 in a row. And we're all thinking playoffs, and I was going to say that we've only got one really good draft and everything, and we have to have patience with this team. They're about what we thought. They're one below 8-8, but I was 7-9 it's not. So we have to accept it. And the Bronco guy next to me, huge Bronco fan, he turns to me and he says, "You know what? You guys are going to have 5 picks in the first 90 picks. You're going to be one hell of a team 1 year from now. I said, we just don't have the horses. We're getting there, but one draft does not make a team." I said, let's face it, we're all chasing Kansas City, Captain. What say you?
Yeah, well, like I said, we got another free agency period. Now, to be honest, this free agency period this past year, we picked up Trent Brown, which was good, but everybody else we picked up were not. I don't want to say they weren't abysmal, and that's not even including asshole who shall remain nameless because that was a trade. But Terrell Williams didn't live up to his standards. The D-back, number 29, LaMarcus Joyner, has not lived up to his contract. But because his contract is so high, I think we're going to keep him for another year. To be honest, I can get rid of him. I don't really care. But I tell you, the free agency that we have had this year didn't really do a lot for us other than Trent Brown, and we paid him a lot of money, and he played decently this year, okay? So we still need another free agency class. We need to get some more guys via the draft. Like I said, 5 picks out of the first 90, and I think we're probably going to move back and maybe pick up another pick. So let's say maybe 6 out of the first 100 if things go our way. I think we'll be quite okay. As long as Mike Mayock does at least half as good, and I'm just saying he hit home runs on all the picks he had this year and all the free agent signings. The only one that didn't pan out was Quentin Bell in the 7th round. That's it. Every other pick that he had panned out. So he did rather well, including picking up Ingold as an unrestricted free agent. So I'll say that that's a wash. If Mike Mayock does even as half as good as he does this next year, and we pick up some free agents that will actually work for us, that'll be good to go. We'll be good to go. By the way, if you're on Facebook, thank you for being on Facebook, but please come over to YouTube. That's where you get the better when you can see when I'm actually being able to call. And we'll be doing that. We've been on for almost an hour, and I appreciate that. Go ahead, Steve. I'm still listening, brother.
No problem. I was just going to say, if you're a Houston Texans fan, wouldn't you feel like that you got shortchanged if you saved up all your money to take your kids to one game and they sit Deshaun Watson and they basically give this game away? That's a throwaway game. I hope that the Buffalo Bills come in here and kick their tails and send them right out of the playoffs after that pathetic performance. They weren't even a competitive team today, and Tennessee earned that victory. But it's really short-sighted to the fans that pay a lot. The cheapest tickets, in the Reliance Stadium, me being a Houston native almost, for $100 to sit in crappy seats. That is an embarrassment, and I wish the Goodell would sit and say something about, you have to feel the least a competitive team. People are making all kinds of sacrifices just to go to one game with their son or their daughter. That is a sham.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. To be honest, I understand the reasoning behind it. Because also, the coach of the Titans sat out Henry last week and held him back for this game. Okay, if the Texans go out next week and they're going to Buffalo, correct?
I believe they're the number 4 seed.
No.
Buffalo would
Okay,
play here,
so yeah,
I believe, but I might be
Buffalo,
wrong.
right. No, you're correct because Buffalo's the wild card. Buffalo's going to come in to Houston. Houston is playing a home game for the playoffs, even though Buffalo has a better record. If Houston gets these guys that were injured and get, excuse me.
Bless you.
Well, it's the coughing, but thank you. If they get them to play a very good game, then it's a matter of keeping them out of the fray for 1 week, getting an extra day of rest. And I think that was the right thing to do because even with Deshaun Watson out, they still had a lot of their other starters playing.
Right. Now, JJ wasn't playing and everything, but it's just, I just have a real problem because, like I said, people pay good money to go see maybe one game because it's not cheap, as you know. They're starting to price out a lot of fans. You really have to make an effort, and it's as you know, Captain. It just waters down the product so much. And I know they all do that, and just the way it is. And when you have a game, they didn't really have much hardly anything to lose because they had the playoffs. Because between you and I, here in Houston, you're not satisfied with winning the division. That is so weak. That is a weak division other than Tennessee. They can raise that banner, but let's play for the Lamar Hunt Trophy. It's a lost cause in Houston. They're about fed up with this coach. He's a horrible coach, in my opinion. What say you about the coach over here in Houston? He's horrible with time management and everything else.
Well, you know what?
He's horrible.
I don't see Bill O'Brien lasting much longer, especially if Houston loses next week. I think that Bill O'Brien might be out, but we'll see. If Bill O'Brien wins the game next week, then I think that the Texans are going to have to deal with him for another year.
Well, I agree with you about that, but I also want to say I agree with what you just said about this team that the Raiders had that they drafted this past year. Would you say that probably that was one of their best one-year drafts that they had in the history of their franchise, or at least for a very long time, with all the hits that Matt was able to get with these? They're all great players. I mean, I know there's one or two, but that's to be expected. But he hit, like you said, he had hit a lot more than Reggie did. And I like Reggie. He's got us on a salary cap hell. I'll give him that much. But Matt, I don't know. I see good things in the Raiders, and it's tough because we all expected them to go to the playoffs. And as you know, Captain, when you try to get help and you need other teams to help you, it hardly ever happens. I've been watching football for 50-some years, and I've already seen the same thing. You usually don't get help, unfortunately.
Right. Hey, Steve, you've been on for almost 8 minutes, brother. I'm going to let you go, but thank you for the call.
Thank you. God bless and go Raiders, and we'll be back. Thanks, Captain.
You got it. Thanks again. That's Houston Steve. Good to hear from him. Line is open, 813-699-0834. There's been a couple other callers come in. So now is the time. The line is open, 813-699-0834. I've been looking for the comments. If you're on Facebook, thank you for being on Facebook, but please come over to YouTube. Better reception, better volume, better graphics, better everything. Please come over to YouTube. There was somebody that asked me if I lived in Tampa, and the answer is yes. I'm trying to come up here. Somebody was saying, Angel Quintero. Angel Quintero. Okay. Yeah, I still live in Tampa. So, good to hear from you there, Angel. I still live in Tampa. In fact, if that's that's Diego. Okay, Diego Quintero is my buddy that, please check out the show on YouTube exclusively for, okay, yeah, thank you there, Shu. Tim Rutherford saying that. Can't hear you, Captain. Sorry, Tito. Well, it should be good volume. I have the volume set. Okay. You mean pesos? Okay. Something about a bet said that probably with losing it's not a good. Okay, what is this about the What do you think about the dog? Hey, Robert Bigler, thanks for Biggs. I want to hear from you as well. Daryl Hobbs, Daryl Hobbs. Please come over to YouTube. I'd love to have Daryl Hobbs Sr., the former Raider wide receiver, call in. That'd be great. Yeah, okay. So I don't know why they were saying about the sound was bad. I don't know. Oh, Tito, you had the volume down. Robert Bigler, line is open, 813-699-0834. I want to hear from Robert Bigler because Robert Bigler is that my buddy, the Chiefs fan, and I want to hear from him because of that Dolphins victory today, knocking down the Patriots to the 3 seed. One of the reasons why I really wanted to win today, granted, if the Titans wouldn't have won, the Raiders would have been in the playoffs if the Raiders would have won like they should have. The Raiders would have gone to New England next week to play the Patsies, a.k.a. the Cheatriots, and John Gruden's coming back to New England party as the coach of the Raiders. I wanted to see that. I want the truth about our situation. What truth there, Don? Did I not say I didn't? Did I not say anything about the truth? We play the Browns. Okay, I thought I did the Cougs. There we go. Rob Bigler, good to hear from you, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, Captain. How are you?
I'm not. You missed it earlier when I was swearing like I had Tourette's syndrome. So I'm very mad today that the officials did everything, and I don't know whether you watched our game, but the officials took the game away from us.
I did not have a chance to watch it. I was driving back from St. Louis today, actually. So I did not get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, I look at things analytically, not with rose-colored glasses. Okay, D.Carr should have had a touchdown on his own the first possession, and he didn't throw it. We ended up missing a field goal. Okay, I get that, but they took away a touchdown from us, and that touchdown ultimately decided the game.
Well, you sound like I did yesterday during the Ohio State Clemson game when the refs fucked us, pardon my language, out of 2 touchdowns against Clemson. So I understand that. I feel you on that one.
See, I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. Now the one that I could see that was very iffy for the Ohio State Clemson game was the incompletion / fumble, scoop, and score. Okay, when I saw it, I didn't see a very clean catch with a football move. He kind of looked like he was bobbling it when Akuda stripped him of the ball. So I agree with that. I agree with that call. What was the other call that you were talking about?
Well, see, that's what I don't agree with because he grabbed it, was holding it with 2 hands solid, took 3 steps, and then got stripped. I was like, that was a fumble. That was a fumble, big time. And then the other one was that targeting call on Sean Wade. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that one, the targeting call. Unfortunately, by the book, by the rules of the NCAA, was a legitimate targeting call because he hit him helmet to helmet.
Because he ducked into it.
Well, it was kind of like the same thing today that the Raider guy, Harris, got called for a defenseless receiver, unnecessary roughness, and because the guy ducked into it, and he the Raider guy hit him with his shoulder pad. With the Ohio State guy, he hit him helmet to helmet straight on.
They gotta fix those rules, I think, because I feel like if he wouldn't have ducked into it, he would have hit him in the shoulder pads in the chest. He ducked down and it caused him to hit him helmet to helmet. So I was like, yeah, but you can't win them all. LSU's going to smash them anyway, so I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, the way that LSU played yesterday, and I'm a Gator and I can't stand LSU, but at least you guys know where my allegiances are. I don't hide behind things, okay?
Correct.
I can't stand Ohio State. I told you guys that. I can't stand Ohio State. I've told everybody. But Ohio State played a hell of a game yesterday. I admit that. That was the most entertaining semifinals since they've had semifinals in the college football playoffs. That was the most entertaining game I've ever seen. Don't like
I
Ohio
think I would
State.
agree with that.
But it was a great game. And I can't stand LSU, but if LSU plays even a semblance of the way that they boat raced Oklahoma, Clemson's going to lose. And I don't like to say that, but LSU's got a hell of a team.
So I'll tell you one thing, though. How about Miami going into New England and knocking off the Patriots to give my Chiefs the number 2 seed in a bye? Oh, God, I'm so pumped.
Yeah, that made me laugh. I was at work today because I had to do hours. And so I can't wait until January 1st because I'll be working like 6 days straight. I worked today and I worked yesterday to make up hours, excuse me, for these trips I've had. And I still am getting money taken away because I don't have enough time off. But anyway, the point being that I was watching because the Patriot game, that obviously Miami being, the Florida regional game, I watched that at work. Not that I was, watching it at work. I wouldn't attest to that.
No, we would never do that.
We would never do that. But it was funny. It was funny to watch that game, and I'm saying, like, my God. Now I know that Miami usually beats the Patriots at least once a year, but normally that game is down in Florida. So I was very amused to watch it. Now I left at 3:30 to get back here in time so I could watch the game. That Miami had just scored a field goal to put them up. I think it was 20-17, and then I had no clue what was going on. So people had to tell me about it afterwards.
Yeah, the Patriots drove all the way down the field super quick and scored, and then Miami got the ball about 35-yard line, and I was like, uh-oh, and Ryan Fitzmagic did what Fitzmagic does and drove it all the way down the field and scored, which was really surprising because they allowed, it was 3rd down and 5, I believe. And Patriots defense secondary has been pretty solid this year, and they allowed a 35 or 23-yard completion to Devontae Parker down the sideline for a first down. So, and that was deep into their territory, so that hurt them pretty bad.
Yeah, I will say that Miami played a hell of a game today, and they looked like the team that was going to the playoffs, not New England.
Correct. And I'll to be honest with you, I don't think New England's going to do anything in the playoffs.
Oh, no.
They have not looked good.
No,
the last few weeks.
I think that the Titans have a very good shot at beating New England next week. And even if they don't win, New England will lose by the time they hit whoever they play in the next round. But I think that the Titans have a very good shot of winning. Hey,
I believe it too,
partner. I'm gonna ask you this because we're on time.
Okay.
Does Kansas City make it to the AFC Championship game?
I do believe now that we got the first round bye, yes, we do. Because I think we'll end up playing a lower seed. I think one of the high seeds are going to get knocked off. We'll play a lower seed here now. It's going to be a bad time, especially in the cold.
Okay.
So,
well, when I do my playoff shows, I definitely want to hear from you.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Rob. Hey, thanks for calling in, brother. Always good hearing from you.
You too, Captain. Be safe. Get you feeling better.
I'm going to try that. And that's my boy, Rob, from Kansas City. Love Rob. Great guy. Line is open, 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. There's the transition. I'm trying to watch the chatter. If you're on Facebook, thank you for being on Facebook. But please head on over to YouTube. We are having a hell of a conversation on YouTube. Better video, better quality, better sound. It's better here on YouTube. So please head on over to YouTube. By the way, if you like what you see on YouTube, give me a friggin' thumbs up. I would appreciate that. I mean, you've been on here a while, and I see that the guys are here. If you like the show, give me some love, baby. Give me some love. I gotta ask for it because just the way that YouTube runs, they like to see, that you have X amount of people that are giving you some love and are viewing into your shows. So if you like what you see, please give me some love on YouTube. Their line is open, 813-699-0834. Tito, thanks for giving me some love. I hope you did that on the where it says thumbs up, though. You got to like it. I appreciate you doing it there, Tito, but you see where it has the thumbs up there and the thumbs down. Don't give me please don't give me a thumbs down, but please give me a thumbs up. I like the conversation we've had that, it's good that we're talking about, the college game, because I was actually watching a lot of the playoff, the two teams, because like James Lofton said, okay, the Raiders got, 5 picks out of the first 90, 100 picks? And there are plenty of good players that are on that team that were playing that I said, oh, that would be a great guy to have. I'd love to have Okudah as one of our cornerbacks. I don't think he's going to make it that far, but I'd love to pick up Okudah. I think he might be gone quick. Chase Young is going to be gone within the first couple picks. Obviously, we know that Joe Burrow is going to the Bengals. So, there you go there. But I didn't get a chance to see a lot of T. Higgins from Clemson. A lot of people were talking about him in the fact that he would be a very good receiver. He was sorry. He was out of the game a lot. CeeDee Lamb has gotten a lot of good press, but as far as the press coverage, he couldn't get off of press coverage. And that's what you're going to be facing in the NFL, dude, is press coverage. And if you can't get off of press coverage, you don't do the team any good. You can be as fast as hell, but if you can't break from press coverage, we don't need you. Okay? Johnson from LSU looks like a very good find. Moss looks really good. I don't know what his draft status is, but you can guarantee you that anybody that's related to Randy Moss, if the Raiders draft him, Randy Moss will poison his mind. Randy Moss will poison his mind, and I don't want that. Line is open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. Raiders need some linebackers. Now, I saw some of the cut-ups. There was a linebacker from Penn State that looked really good, but I think he might be a sophomore. So I don't know if he's able to be drafted, but he'd be a find for next year. The Raiders definitely need a lot of defensive help. We need a corner. We need a safety. Simmons played okay. The kid from Oklahoma that everybody was high on, the other guy that played linebacker. Yeah, Moss is a bitch. I'm gonna allow that. That's Randy Moss, obviously. It's funny because I still have my two Randy Moss like the $300 elite jerseys. I've already taken my name off of one. It says Big Raider J on it. I got to put Captain Jack on it. And then the other one still has Moss's name on it, under maybe having him sign it. But I'm actually thinking about getting it re-stitched and put Jager's name on it, and then sending it to Jeff. And I know Jeff would sign it for me in a minute. I'd love to have a Jeff Jager. I'd love to have a Jeff Jager jersey. Line is open, 813-699-0834. Again, if you like what you see, throw me some thumbs up here on the thumbs up for the show. And hopefully we'll get some more subscribers. It's good to get some subscribers. Hopefully we'll get some more. We've added at least 2. Okay. Good. It's quite a few subscribers have been added on, so thank you. We're up to 555. So thank you for subscribing. Jeff Jager was a great dude. I still have my, and I don't burn them. I don't burn the jerseys of people that I despise. I still have a Jamarcus jersey. I still have a Warren Sapp jersey. I still have a somebody else. No, I wear my Derek Burgess jersey. I think that's actually, I got a Derek Burgess jersey of when he was from the Pro Bowl. It's a nice red, white, and blue ASC jersey. I think it's only an XL though, so if I wore it, I'd look really fat in it. I know Moss is a Hall of Famer, but I don't think Randy Moss signs Raider jerseys. If you notice that when Randy Moss had that commercial for all of the teams that he played for, the only jersey that was not represented was the Oakland jersey. Did you guys see that? He had his Niner jersey. He had his Viking jersey. He had his Patriots jersey. Did he play for somebody else? But the only jersey that was not represented was the Oakland Raiders. So fuck Randy Moss. Again, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the streams. Thank you for the subscriptions. We've been on about an hour and 15. I'm ready to do this for as long as I can. We haven't heard. I'd love to hear from Marie. Thank you for subscribing, Marie. Hollywood and Eric Amelung, I'd love to hear from you as well. One True Raider. Oh yeah, what about the press coverage? Yeah. If CeeDee Lamb can't break press coverage, he's not going to be good for us. We better learn how to. And Don Webb can call in. So we got lines open. I should say we have a line open. We got a lot of people that I heard from, and it's again. I'd love to hear from people again. Again, Hollywood, Don Webb, Marie. I'd love to hear from. Eric, we've heard from before. Thanks, by the way. Thanks for calling Jimmy Farrell. I haven't heard from Ed yet. I don't know if Ed's still on. Ed, if you're still here, I make a comment so I know you're still here. Yeah, I told Ed to fuck off and fuck you. I was mad at I like for some of the comments. But if you make a comment that's in my mind is stupid, I'm gonna let you know. 916, who am I talking to?
This is Don Webb from Vegas. What's going on, Captain?
Hey, Don Webb, good hearing from you again. Don, I'm pretty sure I have your number in my phone, but it's one of those things where if I'm doing Facebook with my phone right now, I can't see. Sometimes the numbers will show up there, and it doesn't necessarily show up in my Google Voice. I'm going to try to get my Google Voice to show everybody's name and number. I'll have to figure out how to do that. How you doing, brother?
Oh, pretty good. I'm glad you are back online. We missed you.
Yeah. Well, I like being here, that's for sure.
So I'll tell you now, I definitely said Earl Renfro's was a TD, without a doubt.
Okay. Yeah, it was. And that, like I said, those points ultimately cost us the game.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
And I just can't take the kicker anymore. I kind of give up with that guy.
Well, the kicker is a kicker. You're gonna. I always say, if like for people that hate Carr, I said, okay, who gonna have a quarterback? We're gonna get somebody off the street. Bullshit. Give me a viable option. Okay, if we draft a quarterback, it would have to be a very high draft pick, but somebody that would actually be capable of taking Derek Carr's job. If you have Marcus Mariota come in here, and I think that Marcus Mariota would be one of the people that might be an Oakland Raider, then you open it up in quarterback competition and see who's going to be there, okay? But if you're saying, well, pick anybody, bullshit. But with Carlson he's missed a lot of kicks, and I don't think he's going to be our kicker next year. But I mean, for you to cut him right now, I think he's about at a 70% clip. I could be wrong with that. I'd have to look at his statistics, but yeah, he's missed a lot of easy kicks. But I think overall, I think he's up at least at, well, let's even say 66%, which is 2 out of every 3. Give me a legitimate somebody else, and then I'll take him. But, you know, I mean, the Patriots have used like 3 or 4 kickers this year when Gostkowski got hurt. And, you know, they went through 3 or 4 kickers because that's just the way Belichick is. But, you know, I agree that Daniel Carlson, if you're going to go down to the officials cost us 7 points. Derek Carr cost us 6 points. And Daniel Carlson cost us 3 points. So there you go. But it was the very egregious 6 points that the referees cost us that I'm more pissed off at, because that was a legitimate touchdown. Now the Ingold one looks like it was a touchdown, but I mean, you really can't see. I think you see it, but there's nothing definitive. The Renfro touchdown was a legitimate touchdown that you could see, and even Gene fucking Index Cards Territory said it was a touchdown too. So that's just the way that is. Go ahead, Don.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what people like. I'm from Ohio. It's okay if you don't like Ohio State, but Jack Tatum played at Ohio State. I fell in love with him. Then I moved to NorCal. I've been a Raider since 1973.
Well, there you go. I mean, I'm from Philly as a kid, but I have no ties to California at all, other than I went to school with George Blanda. So I mean, it's all in what's up here and what's in here. So I mean, we know that you're a Raider fan. So I mean, you don't have to attest that to anybody.
I really believe if they can get a good draft and at least 2 free agents and maybe someone right after the camp in August, I'm looking at 10-6 easy. I really believe that.
I think it's doable. I think that, like, especially when you think that, in my estimation, the Raiders are a 9-7 team. Now, that wouldn't have mattered today because they got screwed out of the Jacksonville game, but I really think that they would have been 8-8 today. But the fact that the officials took us away from 8-8, the only positive thing is that it moves us up in the draft. Okay, we're 7-9. The Bears, I think, are they 7-9 or 8-8? I think
8-8.
Okay,
8-8.
Well, there you go. So our pick is higher. I think that one of those first round picks, if I'm Mayock, and if there's somebody that wants to move up for somebody, and I think somebody was saying that we picked 12 and 16 right now, or 12 and 18. It's something like that, okay? If there's somebody that has a boner for somebody that's going to drop out of the top 10 at number 12, okay, and you want to move up, if there's somebody that we don't have a boner for, okay, I think that you take one of those picks, you move back, hopefully stay in the first round, get a second round pick from these people that want to move up, okay, and there you go. So then you have 2 1s and then you have a 2. And you continue to do that, and maybe you even do that again with one of those picks. I mean, this draft upcoming has got a shit ton of talent in it. A shit ton of talent. And the Raiders need what? A shit ton of talent. And you put those guys in with those picks that we get. So maybe we get 2 1s and a 2. And maybe I think that all of the blue chippers are going to be gone by about pick 15 anyway. Okay?
Pretty much.
The blue chip talent is going to be gone by pick 15. So there you go. And if that's true, and you guys gonna get some talent that will be legitimate building blocks that you can build on. And people that poo-poo Cleve Farrell is playing exactly the way he played in Clemson. He's a run stuffer. He does well. Max Crosby is playing over his mind, and he's a fantastic pick. But that's just the way it is. For people that said we blew the Cleve Farrell pick, fuck you. Cleve Farrell is a fantastic pick. Okay, so there you go. But I think we still need an influx of talent. So Now, Don, you're going to be in Vegas for the draft. Hopefully I'll get a chance to see you out there as well.
That's the goal. I'm trying to get tickets to the first day, and they still haven't decided where they're having the freaking draft.
Well, you make sure your wife has some lumpia and some adobo ready for me.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so I know Don's
Anytime.
wife is a Filipina, so I know I'm going to have that. So thanks again for sure. And overall, Don, are you? I mean, I'm pissed, obviously, but I'll calm down eventually, and we'll go from there. By the way, if you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. We're having a great conversation on YouTube, and the sound is better, and you can hear the people on the phone better as well. Any final thoughts, Don?
No, I just hope you have a happy New Year, and go Raiders, and we'll see you on the draft.
You got it, partner. Always good hearing from you.
All right, take care.
All right, thanks again. That was Don Webb, my Air Force buddy that lives in Vegas. That is a staunch Buckeye. But you know, again, I'm what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, you guys know I don't like the Buckeyes, but I'm honest about it. I'm a Gator. And so whenever I talk to the Buckeyes, I always say, well, who beat you 3 times in national championship games? Or at least twice. Yeah, twice. In basketball and in football. And then another time we beat him as well. So it's like, I just throw that in. I have, in fact, somewhere here. It's probably, where is it? Oh, there it is. 1 second. Here we go. Okay, for all my Ohio State people, can you guys see that? Okay, what this one? There you go. Can you see that? I hope you can see it. It's self-explanatory. Okay, these are for national championships. Football, basketball. There you go. It actually came off of there's actually a big gator head. I'll have to clean it up, but I'll have to put it back. Oh, okay. Get ready, folks. All right, Ruben Fellew, how you doing, brother? Now, I'm going to tell you, Rube, I've been letting people not on for no longer than 7 minutes. So just to make sure you know that as well. And
got 8 minutes.
No, I actually had a guy, he was coming up on 8, but I got him off. So you're on, brother. So tell you what, how did John Gruden cost us this game overall? You said that John...
I said that because everybody wants to blame everybody, but when it comes down to it, you blame the coaches. I saw the play calling. I saw every play, too. Not just coming into the game when people were saying, oh, we should have been up this many points. We should have been that many points. We should have been up 14-0 at least, okay? He overthrew Renfro.
Okay. Okay, wait a second. Okay. Did John Gruden throw the pass to Renfro?
No, but that's not the only
Wait a second. So you're saying it was the play calling that cost us the game. Well, D.Carr cost us 6 points, and the kicker cost us 3. The officials...
Carlson has to go.
Wait a second, okay?
I know you want to keep him.
No.
They need to find another kicker out there. There's a guy out there that's way better than Carlson.
Who's got to kick? Who?
They found Carlson. They can't find better than him.
Who? Give me a name.
Well, you got to wait for one of these guys to get released.
Okay, right. Not this year.
But...
Not this year.
You know there are other kickers out there they could probably get.
Okay.
But they want to stick with this guy for whatever reason. Go ahead, keep sticking with him because I tell you what, if it comes down to the game.
No, wait a second. I'm gonna say that first off, you say I love Carlson. You're full of shit. I don't
Well,
love
I mean,
Carlson.
you like him enough to keep him. I understand what you're saying. You keep him. You can't. You got to keep him. You got to replace him unless you can replace him somebody.
Unless you can replace him. So who you gonna have?
You know, and that's another point I want to make about Gruden. Some people say get rid of him. Okay, for the people who want to get rid of him, in the top 10 of elite coaches, he's not even in the top 5. Okay, and let's make this clear. He's not. Mark Davis is not getting rid of Gruden. Okay, no matter how bad they do go next year in Las Vegas, he's not getting rid of him. And I'll tell you why. This is the reason why he's not getting rid of him. Because when he had Jack Del Rio, he was going behind Jack's back the whole time, trying to acquire Gruden. While he got what he wanted, he got Gruden. Now we're stuck with Gruden. So whether Gruden takes this team to the playoffs or not, or beyond that, we're stuck with him. Whether you like it or not, we're stuck with him. We're stuck with him and his play calling. Some people say that Olsen's calling the play calling. Get rid of Olsen. Man, Olsen's not calling these plays.
No, but wait a second. But Olsen, what does Olsen do? What does Olsen do? I don't know. I tell you what, I want that job. Because Olsen doesn't do shit, and he gets paid, what, a couple $1 million.
Thank you, Captain. Okay? I'm glad that you said that.
He doesn't do shit, and he gets paid. I want that job, okay?
Yep, I want that job too.
But here's the thing.
Too bad it's already taken.
Wait a second, okay? About who's going to fucking Dallas? Nobody's going to Dallas. If you think that Urban Meyer is going to be coaching the Cowboys, you're mistaken. Okay, Urban Meyer ain't going anywhere. Okay, if Urban Meyer coaches, he's going to be coaching the Browns. Okay, if he coaches anybody, he's going to be coaching the Browns. Okay.
Oh, just because we got touched on Ohio State, I saw the game. That was a catch. And then a fumble, and it ran back for a touchdown. I know they lost, but we're going to call it like it is. That was a catch. They got screwed on that, okay? Clemson knows that was a catch, and the guy fumbled the ball, scooped up by the Buckeye, and they made a touchdown. They got screwed.
In my estimation, now if you go slow-mo, it looks like a catch. When you go actual speed, it doesn't. Okay, and they even
they didn't call it incomplete.
No, they let the play go. You know why? Because they've been taught to let the play go, and then they'll look at replay. They don't want to take away a touchdown from somebody initially, and that's the way that they are taught. Not to take away a touchdown initially, so they don't do it that way. They let the play go.
His body, where was the ball at? Where his body's at, okay? Where his stomach's at, his breadbasket. Now, you pause it and make a line going across that white chalk. It doesn't cross his body. It doesn't cross his stomach where he's holding the ball. We all know where the ball's at, but they took that away from them.
Okay.
No touchdown.
Okay, go back again. Now, who are you talking about now? Are you
talking about? He caught that pass over the middle. That was a touchdown.
Yeah.
It was called a touchdown too on the field.
It was a touchdown. Okay, I agree.
And then they got screwed.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you see the article or something that Nathan Kennedy talked about Gruden and his play calling, saying that the play calling is too predictable, and that the other team, the opposing team, he mentioned something about, do you not think they're not watching film? Did you see what Kennedy said?
No.
It came out last week. I didn't get to call into the show. I had a lot to say because the play calling was different. We won. But everything was right on the money.
Yeah.
The reason why this offense ain't getting off the jump start like it should, because his play calling is not really that hard to defend.
I agree.
Gruden's pretty basic and he's predictable. We're making some of the sorriest defenses in this league and some of these teams. We make them out to fucking be playoff teams the way they're playing against us.
Okay, well, I think that I firmly, and
maybe
I'm wrong, but I think that Jay Gruden is going to come in here and actually be an offensive coordinator. I really think that.
I don't think that happens because something needs to be on this offense. The whole team, basically, they need to light a fire under their ass. Now, given that we had a lot of, unfortunate penalties, I mean, not penalties, but, well, yeah, those two, but injuries, and they lost a lot of guys on defense.
Yeah.
Joseph went out. I mean, you name it, and the guy didn't get hurt. He got suspended for the whole game. Like, that wasn't supposed to happen. Going after Antonio Brown, that wasn't supposed to happen. Overall, hey, we won 7 games. According to some of the analysts, we weren't supposed to get 3, no more than 4.
Right.
They did pretty good. It's a young team. I'm glad we went from the oldest team to the youngest team. They just have to improve and build on this. Anything less than 7 and 9 till next year is unacceptable.
I agree.
If Gruden knows what he's doing and Madoff knows what they're doing, well, okay, then enough of this. We're just not making the playoffs. So we're going to, a drought. We're not making the playoffs because it seems like with us every year, okay, they're rebuilding again. If you want to keep saying that as a fan, oh yeah, all you're doing is just making an excuse for a team that just hasn't got their shit together. So that's all you're doing.
Okay. Hey, not Jared, Ruben, you're on 8 minutes and 8 seconds. So don't say I didn't let you on for 8.
No, I'm not.
Give me something.
Hey,
give me your best out
and
there.
the game was entertaining. At least the guys played all the way to the end. They didn't play like they were giving up. And I understand why Gruden went for the 2 points.
I agree.
One team already knew the teams that were supposed to win or lose to help us.
And the
play
was
good. Overtime?
The play was good. Shelby Harris made a hell of a play, and that's all I'm going to have to say. Hey,
he knocked the ball down.
Exactly.
He was good to play.
Okay. Ruben, I appreciate your call, partner. You take care, and we'll hear from you in the new year as well.
Yeah, have a good New Year, Captain. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders. So, and then that was Ruben, and he was on. Oh, he was on for 8 minutes and 52 seconds. Mike Sarah, you're on now, brother. What's going on?
Captain, how you doing, man?
I'm good. So what's up with you? Are you not at the gym?
No, not right now. I'm headed there a little later. It's been kind of a crazy day. I couldn't watch the whole game. I was watching on that Reddit game. I don't know if you ever try to watch a football game in the red zone, but that's like the worst thing to ever try to watch a game.
Yeah.
They knock that thing all over the place. But, I don't know, man. I'm happy. I think the future's bright. I think there's nothing but good things coming up for our team. I think people are being so freaking critical, so goddamn negative about this. We're 7-9. I mean, come on, man. I would have taken 7-9 at the beginning of the year. Somebody said we were going to be 7-9. I know you can't go 4-12. Super Bowl. Some teams do, but this is not the kind of team that you can do that with.
There was a guy, the very, very knowledgeable guy that's a Raiders fan, that predicted at the very beginning of the year that the Raiders would be 7-9.
His name was Captain Jack Lee.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah. 7-9. 7-9. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and good call. And here's the thing. I'm tired of the Carr. I'm so tired of this Carr shit. And the guy threw for 391 yards and a touchdown. He threw the touchdown at the end of the game, and we would have tied it up if we went for the extra point. But I'm glad we went for 2. I don't give a shit. Who cares?
I'm glad too. Yeah, it showed the team that Gruden was behind them. Kind of like in 2016 when Del Rio went for 2 at the very beginning of the year against the Saints. He was showing the team that he was behind them. He wasn't playing for a tie. He was going for a win. And I like that. The play call was good, okay? And I agree with it. And I agree everything out about that. The play call was good. I think Hector was saying he would have ran for it. I wouldn't have ran for it. Matt Bouchane, thank you for being there on Facebook. Please come over to YouTube, Matt Bouchane. I want to hear from you on YouTube. Anybody that's on Facebook, please come on over to YouTube. But yeah, 7-9.
I didn't watch the game. I mean, D.Carr, I know he overthrew Renfro for a pass. Everything the Carr does is like over exaggerated by 1,000. I've seen so many quarterbacks. I see freaking Mahomes out there throwing shitty passes too. People throw shitty passes in the course of a game. It just happens. That's the way the game goes. Drives me freaking nuts. I know he wasn't perfect, but the guy threw for 391 yards and a touchdown. If it could have been a game-winning touchdown if we'd made the field goal earlier in the game.
Well, he should have hit Renfro. Now, the two mistakes that I will put implicitly on Carr, actually 2.5, was he should have hit Renfro for a touchdown. I was on Carr. Okay. I also think that he should have ran when the guy chased him out of the pocket and he threw it short. Fucking run the ball. Run the ball. Okay. That
aggravates me. I get frustrated watching him, but I don't think the guy is the cause of our problems. And I just think if you put talent around him, and we got to get some goddamn wide receivers that can catch the ball. Him and Renfro are already doing well together. They're already have a chemistry, which is great.
Yeah.
We need to get some other receivers out there and start working with them. And we need talent. You know, I was watching some of these games today, and you watch some of these receivers catch the ball, and they go, man. And it's like, you know, they have playmakers. And we don't really have that playmaker except for Bader Renfro as a receiver. We really don't.
Okay. I see a comment from Jermaine Highsmith. Okay. Carr needs great everything just to be average. Okay. Obviously, Ms. Highsmith is not a Carr fan. I'm thinking I'm sorry, Mr. Highsmith, Jermaine, I apologize. Okay. And I said that I'm not a Carr hater. I'm not a Carr supporter, but I will take Derek Carr right now because I don't have an alternative. Okay, you got to give me. You got to give me.
Or not, he's coming with us to Vegas. He will be our starter in Vegas. Unless they can bring Marcus Mariota in there and he beats him out in the preseason. That's the only way I see that happen.
Right. If Marcus Mariota comes in here and he beats out Derek Carr, then that means that he's a better quarterback during camp. But remember, Derek Carr will be in year 3 of the Gruden system, okay? And they're going to try to give him some more help next year. I certainly hope that Foster Moreau comes back next year, okay? And like I said, Tito, I said that if they let Jay Gruden be the offensive coordinator, I think that that's going to help this team immensely, okay? Fitzpatrick, I don't think is gonna. I wouldn't like, and I like Fitzpatrick as a person. Very nice guy. I got his autograph on one of my things, but I don't think that Fitzpatrick is the answer. I really don't think so. So
no. I think it'd be great to bring a veteran here. You know, and I think that Trevor Lawrence, is he available like in 2021 or something like that? Of course, he's going to be number 1 pick probably overall.
2021.
But that guy is incredible. Right. That guy I would love to have. But, you know, that's a guy he's going to be tough to get.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. If you think that the Raiders are going to be going after Trevor Lawrence, then that means that they have to be the worst team in football next year, and they're not going to be the worst team in football.
No way.
Okay?
No way.
Now, the only way you're going to, let's see here. Let's see, David Carr in the football field. He was a badass quarterback. Well, that I'll let that. Then thank you for that, Marie. David Carr is available. He's on the NFL Network, but.
I don't know, our buddy Drew Lock do today. I saw him throw a few passes here and there. He didn't look like anything special. So he's got a good strong arm, but I don't think he's. I don't know. To me, I never liked the guy because I'm a Mizzou fan. I didn't think he was that special. I didn't know. I didn't really watch the whole game, so I couldn't tell you how he did.
He did average. He did, but Carr outperformed him.
Of course.
Yeah, Carr outperformed.
He should outperform him.
Okay, well, Jermaine, give me an option. Say, Jermaine wants Fitzmagic in here. Okay, I don't got his number, but he's right down the street in Miami. I don't think he's going anywhere. Okay.
We could bring Jameis Winston in here and get 30 for 30.
God help us.
30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions.
No.
First one in history to ever do that.
Fuck you, Mike Sarah.
No, I'm kidding. You know, here's the thing. People look at Carr and they just bash this guy so bad, like he's the freaking worst guy around. He's the worst quarterback. I mean, my God, compared to what we could have, we are not doing that bad.
Yeah. There's
the quarterback we have.
There's horrendous alternatives. Mike Sarah, you've been on for 7:25. I'm going to open it up.
Okay, we'll do. We'll let you go.
Hey, thanks.
Have a good one.
Thanks for calling in, brother. Good hearing from you.
Bye now.
All right, that's Mike Sarah, who's living in misery. Yes, I said that correctly. Line is open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. I see a lot of comments. I see Matt Bouchane over there. Matt Bouchane, come on over. I want to hear about your Cleveland Browns. because I know that Matt Bouchane is a Cleveland Browns fan. And not that I'm bagging on the Browns. I don't need to bag on the Browns. Everybody else does it for me. But I'd love to hear from Matt Bouchane. I know now Tommy Bouchane is Matt Bouchane's brother. Tommy's the guy that I was saying fuck you from earlier because of all that different thing. Ed Winchell, you're so full of shit. Now, Ed Winchell is a Carr hater. He's a Carr hater. But who else is available? It's going to be better. Give me an option. If Marcus Mariota comes in here and wins the job, then great. If a rookie quarterback that we draft comes in here and wins the job, great. If Nathan Peterman comes in here next year and wins the job, great. I'd love to hear from Sylvia Marie. Thank you for subscribing, by the way, honey. Silver and Black LA Raiderette. I want to hear from Marie. I do. I want to hear from Marie. I'd love to. I wish Valerie was on, but she's not on, which is unfortunate. Here we go. Okay, Ed Winchell, you are on, brother. I want to hear your stupid shit today.
You got it. You pulling your pants up?
I'm pulling my pants up.
Roll your pants up.
Oh, because the shit's gonna get thick. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Let me explain to everybody there my philosophy of Derek Carr.
Okay.
It's real simple, and I pray for him every night in my nightly prayers. He just needs to find a profession that he's good at.
Oh, okay. That man, you're gonna make me die laughing. You're gonna make me cough. You're gonna make me cough.
I mean, it's simple. It's simple. I mean, I don't understand when you're on the 10-yard line. You got 4 men deep in the end zone. You're on the 4th down, and you dump it in the ground 5 yards from you.
Okay.
Why can't he throw it? Why can't he throw it to the end zone to where there's 4 guys standing there, be it if they're covered or not?
Okay.
Possibly a PI.
I got you. Now I agree with that, and I said the same thing. And he did that against Kansas City. He did that last year. I don't remember what team it was, but it was 4th down. You don't throw it into the fucking ground. Okay, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. But
there are things like that that are supposed to be concrete in a quarterback's head. I mean, it's like if you're going to be in construction, you need a fucking hammer.
Okay.
If you're going to be a quarterback, you got to know, don't dump it off, throw it into coverage, and see if there's a possibility of getting a PI. What do you got to lose? You're losing the down if you're dumping it.
I agree with that, but to say that Derek Carr needs to find a profession that he's good at, you're full of it. I've
given him 6 years. Okay. Not one playoff game. I don't know, 15 times 6 to me is 90 games. I think he's played 86. How in 86 games do you not go to one playoff game?
Well,
so, I mean, I feel he's not capable. Maybe 15 years ago he would have been more capable if he was able to throw the ball. But in today's NFL, I just don't see. But that's okay. He's in my prayers. I hope he gets better. And if the Raiders are going to stick with him in 2020, what am I going to do? I can only hope the best for the man.
Okay. Well, I think
that's fair.
That's fair. That's fair. You said it was going to get thick, and my pants are rolled way the hell up, and the shit is touching my balls right now. Okay. The shit is touching my balls, and that's not a crack about me being an older guy and my balls are drooping. My balls are pretty tight up against my package, okay? But your shit is so thick it's touching my balls.
I'm tired of sitting on my balls. And people here are telling me, Ed, you afraid to call?
No.
I think Hollywood said, Ed, you afraid?
No, I
wouldn't be afraid of. This is a fun discussion.
Yeah, it is.
That we have after if anybody takes this stuff personal,
they got more problems than Carr.
Uh-huh. Oh,
That's how I feel.
Hey, Hollywood wants to hire you as the offensive coordinator.
Can't pay me enough.
No, hey, all they have to do is pay me the same amount that they're paying Olsen, and I'll take the job in a minute. I'll take the job.
I can't argue that. I can't argue that. Do you think Olsen's coming back?
I don't think so, and I really hope he doesn't, because
I think Gunther's going to be back.
I think Gunther's going to be back, just to basically about the way that him and Groot. Did you see that the way that they got on at the very end of the game? You know, all of that.
They were standing next to each other, relaxed,
all of that bro shit. Gunther's not going anywhere. Gunther's not going anywhere. But to be honest, the defense has played better the last half of the season. The defense as a whole has played better the last half of the season. There's been some plays that they haven't made, but if you look at it as a whole, they played a hell of a lot better the last half of the season. That's one of the reasons why I think that Gunther will be back for one more year. They're gonna get him some more help, and we're gonna roll with Gunther and who we pick up in free agency in the draft, and that's going to be his make or break year, I believe. So
you think defense or offense is our number one priority in the draft?
Defense.
Defense for sure. For
defense with
defense winning games.
Okay, there are 3 things that we need to pick up offensively. We need to pick up another running back, but I want to see how well Crowell comes back from his injury, because that might be the answer, okay? We need another running back to spell Jacobs, okay? So Crowell and or a draft pick, okay? 2, we need another offensive lineman that is a swing lineman that can be plug and play. I like Denzel Good. I like what he can do. I actually think that David Sharp, other than getting embarrassed a couple times by Von Miller, played an okay game today. Okay, I mean, but a lot of people get embarrassed by Von Miller, and David Sharp is not a starter in this league, but I think he played adequately overall. Okay, adequately. So you got David Sharp out there. I like Denzel Good. I mean, remember Jordan Devey, what the guy that we picked up from the Chiefs, was on IR, who was a very good center guard combination. You know, he was injured this year. I still think we need another tackle. I want to see what we got with Miller at left tackle. He needs a lot of help still, but he's a first round pick. You're going to have to give him another year to see if he can develop. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Jermaine said as well, Miller needs to step his pass blocking up. And that's true.
Really, for
because
sure.
He got embarrassed. But we'll see. But here it is. We need, as far as the offense, obviously we need a number one receiver. And that number one receiver needs to know his fucking playbook. He just can't be able to run a 4-1-40. He needs to be able to block and do everything that you need to do. So I don't know if that receiver's out there. I don't know enough about T. Higgins to know whether that's the guy. Okay, I don't know if that's the guy. Thank you there, Marie. I'm glad you're a subscriber. Make sure you tell more people. I'd love to hear from Marie. And Ed, you've been on for 7:42, brother. I'm going to let you go.
Okay, brother. Nice chatting with you today. Good show.
Good talking to you as well. And one more out the door, Ed. Fuck you. There you go.
Thank you, brother.
Take care, partner. That was Ed. Good little back and forth between Ed and I. And Ed knows it's all in good fun. Ed knows it's in good fun. Line is open, 813-699-0834. Let me see. I'm not sure how long I've been on. 115 minutes. Oh, we're almost on for 2 hours. Yeah. CeeDee Lamb, like I said, got embarrassed. I got embarrassed yesterday. Okay. CeeDee Lamb. And everybody was saying how great he was. He couldn't break off the and this is against now granted these are LSU again, who I can't stand, but has great people this year. Great defensive backs. Thank you there, Rube. Appreciate that. Hopefully more likes than that. We'll see. Okay. But if CeeDee Lamb's the answer, I want a different question. I want to see what T. Higgins can do. People are saying that T. Higgins is kind of like DeAndre Hopkins. And if that's a good comparison, then I'd love to have that. But we'll see. But remember, DeAndre Hopkins took a while to develop. Okay? He took a while to develop. Line is open, 813-699-0834. I want one more caller. I'd love to hear from Tito, and we heard from Marie. I'd love to hear from Sylvia Marie. Oh shit! For what? What from? What are you laughing at, Marie? I'm kind of curious. Frisco is beating the Seahawks 13-0. You know, I don't know. I'm waiting for our drop, but I'm definitely waiting for too many missed opportunities. Every game he leaves in play. Okay, I agree. You know, Jermaine, that I agree with. And that's what is infuriating about Derek Carr. That is what is infuriating about Derek Carr. And that's why I get frustrated with him too. Jared Hurts would be good. I don't think he's going to be available at our pick. But to be honest, if we stay at pick 12, there's somebody that's going to be a top 10 pick that's going to drop. And I want to use that number 12 pick on that player. And, we haven't seen the Alabama receivers, but, if you're talking to me about the receivers, I'd like to get Henry Ruggs III. That's who I would like. If you're going to stay at 12, and that's why I say that extra pick might be somebody that we trade back for, but we'll see. Last call of the evening. 419, who am I talking to?
Hey, Captain Jack. This is Eric Amelon.
Hey, Eric, good to hear from you, brother. And again, your number is in my phone, but apparently when I do because I got my Facebook over here, I can't, it doesn't show all the numbers when I'm on Facebook. So you are my last call of the evening, brother. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not well. The cough is better up until like a couple seconds ago, so I'm glad that you came on board. And by the way, if you didn't call tonight, I will be having other shows, but since it's the end of the football season, we're definitely going to be going to other shows. You don't know Jack About Sports show, which will be all-inclusive sports. And then, of course, we'll still be talking football probably during the playoffs. I'll have some of those shows as well. But, yeah, go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, first of all, people that are making comments on Derek Carr, I can almost bet 2016 we're talking the same way. I mean, you have to think what all this guy has been through. The wide receivers, the coordinators, the coaches. I mean, you get him one target in Michael Crabtree and, for a short time, Mara Cooper. And you have no consistency. What do you expect out of the guy? And to have a tight end as his top receiver, I mean, come on.
And actually, that's 2 years in a row with a tight end as the top receiver. Because remember, Cook last year was his number one receiver at tight end. This year, it's Darren Waller. So if you're getting most of your production out of your tight end, that is an indictment on your receiving core from last year and this year.
Exactly. And I mean, he's throwing the ball away a lot. and I would like to see him run the ball more.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to see him do that, too much, of course, but you got to get him a reliable number one receiver.
Yeah. And that's why I said if Henry Ruggs is available at 12, I'd like to get him. But, there are a plethora. That's my big word for the day. There is, hey, Lauren, good to see you as well over. If you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. Please come to YouTube. We're having a great conversation here on YouTube. There's a lot of good receivers that are available. And but there's not a lot of other talent that's available. So maybe that number 12 might be for Simmons. It might be for the other linebacker that is played for Oklahoma that had a decent game. I can't remember his name. There's other defensive help. If Okudah is available at 12, I'd grab him in a minute. Granted, based upon one game, fantastic, but he's a fantastic cornerback. So, I think his name's Jeremy Okudah, the kid that's from Ohio. Murray, yeah, thanks, Jermaine. That's the other guy I was talking about, Murray, the linebacker from Oklahoma. Kelly Bryant, yeah, dual threat. Kelly Bryant, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, Kelly Bryant left Clemson for a reason. He was okay. Was he either Missouri or A&M? Oh, Missouri. Possibly. There's also that kid that played for UCLA that is playing as I think he plays for Memphis. He's available. There's a lot of good quarterbacks that are available that you can get in lower rounds, and we're going to pick one up, so we got that available. But I want some help along the defense. I want whatever is not available in high numbers I would get, but I would trade back that second pick that I think they said we're picking at 19 right now. I would trade back that 19 maybe from somebody that just has a boner to move up to 19 and go get maybe still stay in the first round and or maybe trade back twice and get a bunch of second round picks, because I think that's where a lot of the meat of this draft upcoming is in the second and third rounds. There's going to be so many good players available. Get one of your first round picks that are available and start moving back and get acquiring picks in the second round, because you already got 3 third rounders, and then move around the board in the second and third round and continue to get the value picks. And I think we'll be very good in that instead. Marie, maybe another time, honey. I appreciate you commenting. Nobody needs to be shy around me, man. I'm just the old pirate, so that's good. Value picks are in a segment there. See, Jermaine agrees with me too. So there's some good people available there, partner. So we'll see what we do. What do you want to do?
I want to see them get the best available wide receiver they can get, for a number one target, and definitely get help on defense.
Right. But excuse me, I'm sorry. If the wide receivers tonight, the Oakland Raiders are leaving the building. Technically, yes, you are correct. But if the wide receivers are on the same level, let's put CeeDee Lamb back in the equation. If CeeDee Lamb equals Henry Ruggs III equals the other T. Higgins equals the kid that's out of Colorado whose name escapes me, they were talking about him. It's like if he's big, strong, and fast, he has some injury issues, but there are people that are there. If they all kind of like equal each other, then some of those guys are going to move down into the second round anyway. If they all have about the same draft grade, then you can pick them up in the second round. Maybe that linebacker / safety, kind of like what Simmons is not going to be available. So we'll see what we got.
Right. We're just going to have to shoot for the best.
Yeah, we'll have to shoot for the best. Jared, just give me say in your comment what you wanted to ask, because I'm about ready to put up the show. Don't open that shit. If that message is sent to you, that person's account has been hacked. Send you surprise that open this. Don't open that shit. If that message. Okay, yeah. I won't send you. Yeah, okay. I won't do any hack messages. So yeah, Jared, just no, I don't want OBJ, Tito. I don't want OBJ. I wouldn't give a pack of cigarettes for OBJ, and I don't smoke, obviously, but I just, OBJ is he's a prima donna. If you're gonna take a receiver from the Browns, I would take the other kid,
Landry, definitely.
Landry from LSU. I'd take him. I'd take Landry in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I like Landry a lot.
Yeah. But Eric, I'm going to let you go as well. You're up at 8, but thank you for calling in, brother.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you taking my call.
Hey, you're always welcome, brother. You continue to call in and hope to hear from you.
Will do.
All right. That was my last call of the evening. Now is Eric Armlong. Yeah, exactly. One True Raider says OBJ is another AB. Don't want nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him. So we've been on for 2 hours. So, and I'm very happy to say this. I got my intro music and my outro music. I got that fixed today. So actually, it was good to actually get that done. Who takes the Browns jobs? I don't want any. I'm sorry, I don't want anything to do with OBJ. I take Landry in a minute. I would take Landry in a minute. And thanks, Ed, for calling. Everybody that called in and everybody that watched, thank you for doing that. Thank you for coming over to YouTube. I'll continue to do shows. When the room is done, I'll show you everything that's out there. You guys can see it. There's a big changeover in the background, and I got a chance to put that's not permanent. That thing that's just sitting on top of the Freddie Bolitnikoff photo. But there's a lot of good things here. I can't wait to show everybody. Anyway, thanks again for coming in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with me all this year. And Raiders 7-9, and 9-7 really. They're 9-7 this year, because the officials definitely took us 2 games away. But that was my outro music. That's lasted enough. I've had a good time this year. I'll continue to have the shows. Make sure you ring the bell so you know when I'm on. And this way, as I go in, I'll continue to do the shows. I definitely want to hear from you. Thanks again. We'll be doing shows throughout the playoffs and out even past the Super Bowl. We'll still continue to do them. Y'all have a great time out there. What's the big send-off for the season? From me, is that me, One True Raider, a send-off from me? Or I'm not sending everybody off. I don't know. When I get some things done, I'm definitely going to have some more things to like maybe do raffle off and things like that. Maybe we'll do some razzes for things that I have here. There's too much stuff that I have, and I definitely would like to put them into the hands of true Raider fans and make a little bit of money as Raiders. But we'll see that. Y'all take care. Thanks again. We'll see you for my next show. Just remain open as to when that is. Blessed be those that need the words and need the stuff and the kind thoughts. If for those of us that are sick and that need to get better. So y'all take care. we'll see you next time. Boy, I know my outro music is long gone, but y'all take care. We'll see you on the next show. It's been fun. Thanks again.